Welcome to AI Briefing. The content of the briefing includes legal experts step up to defend wave of AI lawsuits, top legal practitioners who lead in their fields, AI's future could be open source or closed, tech giants are divided as they lobby regulators, new nuclear reactor rules ease fusion confusion, superintelligent AI, transhumanism, etc. Legal experts step up to defend wave of AI lawsuits. Financial Times. There has been a wave of litigation and lobbying efforts in the AI industry, as copyright infringement and defamation lawsuits are filed against companies such as OpenAI and Anthropic. OpenAI has been sued by writers, musicians, and visual artists who allege that the company used their copyrighted works without permission to train its language models. Universal Music has also sued Anthropic, claiming that its AI-based platform generated copyrighted lyrics. In addition to copyright and defamation issues, legal experts predict that future legal claims will focus on safety and accountability concerns related to AI. As a result, law firms are increasingly getting involved in the AI industry, helping developers and users navigate the legal landscape. Firms such as DLA Piper and Morrison Foerster are advising on issues such as copyright infringement, defamation, accountability, discrimination, and bias. The firms are also helping to create legal guardrails and internal policies for AI use. Lawyers in the AI field are preparing for disruptions and new challenges, such as the authentication of deepfake evidence and the discovery of liability in cases involving AI-assisted tools. Top legal practitioners who lead in their fields. Financial Times. AI's future could be open source or closed. Tech giants are divided as they lobby regulators. Associated Press. Facebook parent Meta and IBM have launched the AI Alliance, a group advocating for an open science approach to artificial intelligence (AI) development. The alliance is in opposition to Google, Microsoft, and OpenAI, which favor a more closed approach to developing AI. Open source AI refers to the development of AI systems that are publicly accessible for anyone to examine, modify, and build upon. The AI Alliance, which includes Dell, Intel, Sony, AMD, and several universities, aims to promote open innovation, open source technology, and the exchange of ideas. OpenAI, despite its name, focuses on building closed AI systems and has voiced concerns about the potential dangers of open source AI. The debate between open and closed AI advocates raises questions about safety and profit. The Center for Humane Technology is one of several groups warning of the risks of open source or leaked AI models and has criticized the deployment of such models to the public. The European Union is currently debating a provision in AI regulation that could exempt certain free and open source AI components from rules affecting commercial models. New nuclear reactor rules ease fusion confusion. Financial Times. Energy lawyers in the U.S. are hoping that new regulations for the fusion power sector will set a global precedent and make it easier to deploy the technology worldwide. In April, the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission voted to regulate fusion energy separately under a less onerous regime than fission. The decision was necessary to give fusion technology a chance of helping to cut emissions. Fusion is the process that occurs when atomic nuclei in two hydrogen isotopes are fused. This releases vast amounts of energy and emits no carbon. Unlike fission energy, fusion creates no long-lived radioactive byproduct and cannot result in a nuclear accident. The new regulations mean that fusion reactors will be regulated under the same regime as particle accelerators. This will make it faster and less costly to develop prototype fusion devices and future power plants. The UK has gone even further, announcing in June that future fusion facilities will be regulated by the Environment Agency and the Health and Safety Executive rather than the Office for Nuclear Regulation. Superintelligent AI, transhumanism, etc. Financial Times. The penultimate episode of the Tectonic series explores the ideas driving the pursuit of human-level artificial intelligence, AI. The Extropians, a group of futurists from the early 1990s, are discussed, with Anders Sandberg from Oxford University's Future of Humanity Institute explaining the ideas developed in the Extropians mailing list. The episode also features Connor Leahy, co-founder of Conjecture, and Timnit Gebru, founder of the Distributed AI Research Institute, DAIR, discussing their concerns about the Extropians' continued influence on the AI industry today. NVIDIA plans network of chip plants in Japan to meet AI demand. South China Morning Post. NVIDIA plans to build a network of semiconductor plants in Japan in partnership with Japanese companies to meet the demand for graphics chips used in artificial intelligence, AI. NVIDIA's graphics chips have become the preferred tool for training AI services, and as a result, prices have surged. The Japanese government has been offering support to attract investment in the production of cutting-edge semiconductors critical to future technologies. NVIDIA CEO, Jensen Huang, has stated that Japan has the technical expertise and industrial capability to create its own AI, and NVIDIA will help foster more AI startups in the country. City officials in Brazil voted to pass bill written by ChatGPT in 15 seconds. South China Morning Post. A city council in Brazil unanimously passed a bill about water meters that was entirely written by OpenAI's ChatGPT, a text-generating AI chatbot. The bill came into effect on November 23, 6 days after it was revealed that ChatGPT had written it. The councilman who sponsored the bill said that the legislation was created after about 15 seconds of inputting a command into the chatbot. The AI-generated response was approved by all council members, who were unaware that it had been written by AI. The experiment was conducted to initiate a debate about the role of AI in politics. Grand Theft Auto 6 has kept gamers waiting for a decade. What does the first trailer tell us? ABC. The trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6, GTA 6, has been released by developer Rockstar Games. The game, set in the series version of Miami, Florida, will feature a female protagonist and be released in 2025 for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. GTA 6 is the first new installment of the blockbuster franchise in more than a decade. It follows the release of GTA 5 for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 in 2013. The franchise's parent company, Take-Two Interactive, has revealed it has generated more than $8.33 billion in revenue in the decade since GTA V's release. The trailer's release follows a major leak of TAVI footage and data in September 2022. The leak, which has been described as one of the biggest in video game history, resulted in the arrest of 2 teenagers. Rockstar Games has faced allegations of an inappropriate and overworked company culture in the past. The company has reportedly taken steps to address these issues, including reducing crunch periods. China opens world's tallest unmanned veggie farm as urban agriculture takes root. South China Morning Post. Chinese scientists have built the world's tallest vertical farm in Chengdu, Sichuan province. The 20-story farm uses autonomously bred crop varieties, a vertical 3-dimensional cultivation system, an automatic nutrient supply system, energy-efficient artificial lighting, and an AI-based control system to ensure stable production. The farm is part of China's drive to ensure food security through technological innovation. U.S. to deploy anti-ship missiles on subs in 2024 to counter China. Bloomberg. The U.S. Navy is planning to equip submarines with Tomahawk missiles for ship targeting from next year. The Maritime Strike version of the missile will be fielded after October 1. The new models will be fitted with a new guidance system that allows them to target mobile sea-based objects. The move is part of a U.S. push to increase military capabilities against Chinese maritime forces, particularly around Taiwan. Tuesday briefing, Israel expands operations across Gaza. New York Times. Israel has escalated its military campaign against Hamas in southern Gaza, with armored vehicles moving closer to the main city and strikes hitting urban areas. Israel has indicated for days that it is preparing to launch a ground invasion of southern Gaza, where it believes Hamas fighters and commanders are hiding. The Israeli military has said that its ground troops and air force continued to operate across the Gaza Strip, but did not give any further details about the location of its operations. Israel has once again told civilians to leave parts of Khan Yunis, the largest city in the area, and to head farther south, including to Rafah on the Egyptian border. Aid agencies have warned, however, that the shelters in the south are already overcrowded, and that the level of human suffering is intolerable. Should government regulate AI technology? Readers weigh in. Wall Street Journal. There is a debate over how much government oversight should be involved in artificial intelligence, AI, development. Some argue that there should be a government evaluation and approval process for major new AI developments, similar to the process for medications, to enhance benefits and reduce risks. They believe that regulation is necessary to ensure that AI tools are safe, accurate, and unbiased. Others, however, believe that there should be minimal to no government regulation of AI. They argue that excessive regulation would stifle innovation and prevent the release of new AI tools. They suggest that instead of government regulation, individuals and companies should be held accountable for the consequences of their AI technologies. One concern with government regulation is that it may not be effective due to the complexity of AI technology. It may be difficult for the government to fully understand and regulate AI developments. Additionally, some argue that regulation would be too slow and would hinder progress in AI. They believe that educating the public about the limitations of AI and encouraging critical thinking would be more effective in addressing the potential harms of AI. Overall, there are differing opinions on the role of government in AI oversight. Some believe that government regulation is necessary to ensure the safety and accuracy of AI tools, while others argue that regulation would impede innovation and should be avoided. The debate highlights the ethical dilemmas posed by AI and the need for careful consideration of its potential risks and benefits. Starting a side hustle? Here's how to do the job right. The Sydney Morning Herald. More Australians are taking on side hustles to supplement their income or even as a way of starting a new career. Starting a side hustle is relatively easy now compared to 20 years ago, and it is an opportunity to put your talents to use and generate extra revenue. The most straightforward way to start a side hustle is to leverage your existing skills, which allows you to start immediately. However, if you want to pursue something entirely new, make sure it is something you are genuinely interested in or passionate about. AI could judge if user is of porn-watching age under new UK guidance. Reuters. The UK government has proposed new age check guidance to prevent children from accessing pornography online. The proposal includes the use of AI-based technology to determine if a viewer appears to be of legal age. The government's Online Safety Act requires sites and apps displaying or publishing pornographic content to ensure that children are not able to encounter pornography on their platforms. The average age at which children first see online pornography is 13, with nearly a quarter encountering it by the age of 11, and 1 in 10 as young as 9. The regulator, Ofcom, has suggested facial age estimation using AI to analyze a viewer's features, as well as photo identification matching and credit card checks. Other suggestions include open banking, where users can consent to their bank sharing information with online porn sites to confirm they are over 18. Ofcom expects to publish its final guidance in early 2025. Critics argue that mandatory age verification threatens user privacy and increases the risk of breaches and abuse. How your suburb's mobile and internet connection compares to the rest of Sydney. The Sydney Morning Herald. The NSW Telco Authority has developed an interactive map that measures internet and mobile phone connectivity in Australia suburb by suburb. The free tool, called the Digital Connectivity Index, uses 3 key metrics to assess connectivity, access, affordability, and demographics. It aims to help residents and businesses understand the quality of digital services in different areas and make informed decisions about working from home, video conferencing, and accessing telehealth. The map is intended to help address digital disparity and encourage telecommunication companies to fill connectivity gaps. Dear viewers, I hope you're ready for some legal drama because the AI industry is facing a wave of lawsuits and lobbying efforts. Companies like OpenAI and Anthropic are being sued for copyright infringement and defamation, with writers, musicians, and visual artists claiming that their copyrighted works were used without permission to train AI models. Legal experts predict that future claims will focus on safety and accountability concerns, creating a need for law firms to navigate the legal landscape of AI. Speaking of legal experts, congratulations to DLA Piper partner Danny Tobey, who won the FT Innovative Lawyers 2023 award for his work in AI regulation and defense. Catherine Forrest from Paul Weiss was also recognized for her expertise in the risks and opportunities of AI. In the ongoing debate between open source and closed AI development, Facebook, Meta, and IBM have formed the AI Alliance to advocate for an open science approach. This puts them at odds with Google, Microsoft, and OpenAI, who prefer a closed approach. The debate raises questions about safety and profit, with concerns about the risks of open source AI models being deployed to the public. On the energy front, new regulations for fusion power in the US are expected to set a global precedent and make it easier to deploy the technology worldwide. Fusion power, which emits no carbon and creates no long-lived radioactive byproducts, will now be regulated under the same regime as particle accelerators. This will accelerate the development of prototype fusion devices and future power plants. In the world of gaming, the highly anticipated trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6 has finally been released. The game will feature a female protagonist and is set in the series version of Miami, Florida. Fans have been waiting for this new installment for over a decade, and it's expected to be a blockbuster hit. China is taking a giant leap in urban farming with the world's tallest vertical farm in Chengdu. This 20-story farm uses cutting-edge technology, including AI-based control systems, to ensure stable production and contribute to China's food security. Moving on to geopolitics, the U.S. Navy is planning to equip submarines with Tomahawk missiles for ship targeting, specifically to counter China's maritime forces. This move is part of the U.S.'s efforts to increase military capabilities in the Asia-Pacific region. On a more serious note, Israel has escalated its military campaign against Hamas in southern Gaza, with the possibility of a ground invasion looming. The situation is causing immense human suffering, and aid agencies are raising concerns about overcrowded shelters and the need for humanitarian assistance. The role of government in AI regulation is a topic of debate. Some argue for government oversight to ensure the safety, accuracy, and fairness of AI tools, while others believe that excessive regulation would stifle innovation. The complexity of AI technology and the need for public education and critical thinking are also factors to consider. If you're thinking of starting a side hustle, now is a great time to do so. With the ease of starting a business and leveraging your skills, a side hustle can be a way to generate extra income or even start a new career. Lastly, the UK government is proposing new age check guidance to prevent children from accessing pornography online. The use of AI-based technology, such as facial age estimation, is being considered to determine if a viewer appears to be of legal age. Critics argue that mandatory age verification raises privacy concerns and increases the risk of breaches and abuse. That's all for today's news. Now it's time for your thoughts and questions. What do you think about the wave of AI lawsuits? Should government regulate AI technology? And have you ever considered starting a side hustle? Let's hear your ideas. Thank you for joining me in the Sixth Dimension world. Stay curious and keep exploring. Dr. Six. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.